Hi, Olivia. I'm Olga, and I can help you. Olivia Wilde, Chris Pine's "Don't Worry, Darling" end quote character, inspired by incel. That's where she had me right there, right there. Incel end quote hero Jordan Peterson. Olivia, my love. First of all, congrats on being a director. I think that's awesome. You were a model. You're an actress. You're a director. Good for you, girl. Creatively, whether you're female or not. But how are you making statements without doing your homework? That's number one. If you know anything about Jordan Peterson, who gave him this hero, incel hero label? What are you watching? What are you reading? Did you read at all? Or you're just doing it to like get attention because of a Jordan thing? I get it. You're trying to promote your movie. Wilde explained that Frank, Frank, the character, was partly based on this insane man, Jordan Peterson, who is in this pseudo-intellectual hero to the incel community. This is not helping men. And how is this helping women? Here we go. This is ridiculous. I mean, I'm so Hollywood's getting to the point. I used to be a movie fanatic. I would watch at least one a night. On weekends, I would do 2 to 3. Like, I have been a movie freak since I was a kid. And in the last few years, these people are making it impossible to watch their movies for all the reasons. Like, I just be quiet. Just be an actor. You know what I mean? Because once I know who the fuck you are, I can't watch you anymore. It's like my best friend telling me, you know, his wife hit him or her husband hit her. Like, it's like, okay, don't bring him over. Like, I can't. I'm not going to support negative behavior. So Wilde then asked Gyllenhaal, you know the incels, question mark, end quote, to which Gyllenhaal invariably replied, no, end quote. In explaining the loose, extremely online movement and its beliefs, what are you talking about movement? Incels is a movement? Involuntary celibacy? Movement, or it's an easy out for men that don't want to better themselves? It's just a lot easier to just play video games. Just an example, guys. Don't hold me to it. Now, this is what blows me up. This is not a real woman. This is a little girl. She's got issues. She needs help. And Olivia, I am not insulting you, hurting you. I am literally asking you to let's talk. And maybe I can actually guarantee that she probably would grab me behind the curtain and say, listen, I just did it, you know, to make sales on the movie or to get on this one group side, or like that's what the whole Hollywood thing is about. Like this is what we're supposed to do if we want to stay in business. I got you, girl. I got you. Because if not, I'm here to help. Now, in explaining the loose, extremely online movement and its beliefs, Wilde noted it comprises men who feel, in quote, entitled to sex from women, and, in quote, that society has now robbed them, that the idea of feminism is working against nature, and that we must be put back into the correct place. I could see where she got that from. I could see that maybe, you know, she listened to some Jordan Peterson and he's like, hey, you know, this is what typically makes women happy. Like that's your DNA. That's your hormones. That's DNA has memory, to say the least, right? And I get it. You don't have to be anything. I mean, it's like female truckers. And just because you're a female trucker doesn't make you a lesbian. So what? Just do you. Just do whatever you want. And if somebody treats you unequal, whether it's race or ethnicity or, you know, religion, age, sex, you fight it. You make a better place. But this is just crazy to me. This guy, Jordan Peterson, is someone that legitimizes certain aspects of their movement because he's a former professor, he's an author, he wears a suit. So they feel like this is a real philosophy that should be taken seriously. And by the way, Rolling Stone used to be the bomb a long time ago. Again, I'm only reading this because, again, they're all in cahoots here. I mean, they get off on this like you're just hating to hate, you didn't do your work, and you're just telling me that you've got issues. Since when do you feel like that men are entitled to sex from women? Yes, there's men that act like that, sure. And there's women who act like men should pay for everything. And they don't have to do shit. That happens too, my friends. My God. They can't talk about being a better person. And it has to be an attack. It has to be they, them, right? Pointing the finger, he, she, bullshit. And my thing is, between her, Olivia Wilde, and this stupid shit, and then where Jennifer Lawrence, you must live a very, very empty life. You have to in order to talk like this. It's not just that you didn't do your homework and that you're using somebody else's movement, so-called movement, and you make a movie. I did see the trailer of the movie. I don't see how it's got anything to do with Jordan Peterson. And when I watch the movie, I'll definitely grab some clips, guys, and I'm going to do a live stream about it. I'll watch it just to see. Because creatively, hey, it would be different if she was like, hey, I was inspired by Jordan Peterson, and so I made this twisted movie, a very entertaining movie, based on that. But this is, again, you're throwing politics, and don't give me this woman bullshit. The director forced to explain both incels and Peterson to Maggie Gyllenhaal, who has invariably heard of neither. She's not living under a rock. She must have heard, right? Guys, am I reading this right? All right. Stop using people. Stop making shit up. Do your research. Make your money, because isn't that what you're for? Huh? Oh, yeah. After a deluge of gossip and controversies outlined here in exhaustive detail by only slightly exhausted Rolling Stone staffers, Olivia Wilde may have finally gotten her female orgasm awareness press tour, end quote, for Don't Worry, Darling movie back on track with this fun new detail. Chris Pine's character was inspired by Jordan Peterson. Okay, you know what? As you know, at the end of the day, I've read the same thing everywhere. Her comparison and her with the incels, and we need to stop this. And she needs help. And wasn't she like married to Sadakis, whatever his last name is? Forgive me. I'm just, with pronunciation went out. Sadaki? And didn't I, and I don't know, because again, it could be just gossip and lies, because that's what they always do. But didn't she have an affair during this filming of this movie or something like that? After like being with this guy 10 years or even married 10 years? Again, no judgment. I'm not judging her. This is the kind of stuff that's rotting other women and young ladies to have a decent future. God, please, everyone, do your research. I think, honestly, people just don't want to deal with facts. It's too much work. It hurts too much. It's the fact. It's true. It's very hard to admit the truth. I get it. But it does set you free. And how are you going to have a happy, fulfilled life if you don't face the truth? You just can't have that unless you're living in a movie. Go ahead. Let's see how being in denial and living in a dream or getting intoxicated is going to help.